Now, starting baggy, which is the body and paint, the first thing we've got to do is cut the body out very carefully because it is quite complex to follow. And we've got these side pods to do as well, so we'll get them cut out first. Now I've cut that out, I've just got to do the pods, which I'm not too, it's only a small little bit. And then, like I said, we've got black in the cockpit, so I've got to work out how to do that. I don't know whether to do the black first, mask that off. That might be easier, and spray, sort of mask the whole thing and spray it, and then we can mask the sides and do the blue, and then it'll be finally the white. It will definitely be the last part. But I think that's the way to go. So let's mask that up and get spraying. At least one thing I know there, PS1 is the side pods. Well, that's the first part of the masking done. To mask this cockpit area, I found it was, well, I went for masking that, and I'll spray that once I've done the blue. Now we're going to cut the decals out and try and do these side ones, and it's quite a masking job. So let's get the decal cut and we'll go from there. There we go, the decal's in place. So where we've got the stripe at the back, I'm going to mark here on the yellow, there on the orange, and what I'm going to do is try and straighten it out, just do sort of straight lines, hopefully. So if we say to about there, to there, to there. Now we can just join them up. Just going to use the cardboard from the pen I've just got out. As long as it's near as, it's only something to follow. Not as easy as it, I tell you what, this is not as easy as it looks. But you get the gist of the idea, to mark it, and then I'm going to use the same decal but the wrong way round the other side and do roughly the same. Save cutting both out straight away. I've got all the masking done as best I can, so it should be. I've given it a good rub down, keep going over the edges. Now to spray the first colour, which is going to be, well, I'm going with blue, but not the blue they stated. I'm going with metallic blue, which is the PS16. So we're going to put that on and then back it with silver. The reason I've gone for that, I'm not keen on the super dark blue when you see it done. It's the sort of opaque, well, the strong blue is too blue for me. So I thought metallic, just to lift it a bit, and with the backing of silver it should pop. And it should go nice with the white. So we've got two new cans, so let's get shaking. There we go, the metallic blue is backed with silver. And now we're going to take the masking tape off, or try to. Can't get really in, because you're masking down low, it's not easy. I just hope this comes off in one. And it did. There we go, it's cleared out the cockpit area. It's not perfect, I can tell you that, I'm afraid, but we'll spray it in black now, and then it'll be one more colour to go. There we go, the black sprayed. I've just got to wait for that to go off a bit. I'm going to just peel off camera the side parts and see what that looks like, and get ready for the white. And in the end this will be completely white. I'll coat the whole inside, so it's, at least it's one colour, hence spraying it in this order. There we go, it's all been peeled off, now it's painted. There's a couple of little blemishes, The cockpit area is not bad at all, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to call it a day and just let this cure now, because I've already caught the paint on the inside. Silly sod, I've done something. Oh, it's just a bit of flaky paint, so I got rid of that. So it now needs to be left for quite some time to dry up. Now in the build part 38, I'm not going to show you that because I'm going to do the decals on the bodies separately and then add on the extra ones as and when required. And we'll see the outcome at the end. Now part 35 is prepping and painting the driver and then assembling it all together. So I'll get all those parts ready and we'll go from there. Now I've got all the plastic parts and I've screwed the head together, and then you're supposed to screw the head on and stick on the steering wheel. So as it's got to be all painted up, I'm going to paint it up first and then we'll do it. The only thing you do have to do is it tells you is to cut this little piece off the side here. So if you've got side cutters, I think they're the best way to cut it first, and then just finish off with a craft knife. And that's perfectly ready. So we'll get this painted and get this assembled. There's the driver figure all done. Silver gloves, silver helmet, whitish, sort of dirty look to the overalls. Just slightly detailed eyes, but very light. I used a bit of sepia. Now we've got to prep the roof rack. Off of this set of parts. So what I'll do is I'll get this all cleaned up and ready and the parts we need, and we'll go from there. Now we've got to start. We're going to put on this. We're now going to put on this fend part and the roof bit. I've already applied all the decals because, like I said, it's pointless trying to do in between. So this is what we're working on. Like I said, the figure we've shown. So first of all, we've got to push this piece on and push a screw through, and then on the other side we've got to somehow get a nut, which is not going to be easy. It's one of these cases, once you get it started it'll be alright, but it's getting it to start at all. All else fails, try a pair of clamping tweezers. There we go, starting to wind in. I don't get quite why such a long screw, but it's definitely a 15. This is the next part. It's a piece of aluminium. It fits on, and we've got to get the cable ties right. And the way it shows is in the pamphlet it's down and like so. Go up through the thing. We'll put a couple in before we consider any tightening at all. So down and up and in. Again, down and up. And the last one, prep. So I'm going to pull it tight and turn it under. See, they pull nicely inwards. Keep them as tight as you can. There we go, that is on as it should be. And this is where side cutters are very, very useful. Just snip them off. I don't know what that is, it's not dustbin day. The two parts are complete, and so now we go on to part 36, where we've got to stick the figure in, the dashboard we've got to make up, which I've already done. You have to use double-sided tape, which you have to try and get it out the holes, and then stick it to the decal, and then it goes on with the decal. So it gives you a nice aluminium bezel. Hold it on the right part. So it's figure, top, but it only screws at the back for now. That seems to be done in the next section, is screw the front. So let's get the parts ready. Now, taking the body, we're going to fit the dashboard in. We just got to get the backing off the decal. Hopefully that comes off okay, and it did. And now we've got to sort of just drop that into place. That was nice and easy. Then the figure, that just drops in like so. I'm surprised it's not bolted on with a screw, because there is a feasibility for that. So I'll put that in. There we go, the figure's in. Now this part goes on, and it literally just, you've got two holes at the back, and it pushes in these front holes. So push them in the front ones first, and then from underneath a screw. There you go, they're pushed in the front. Let's zoom out a bit, I am too tight on that. Screw in a washer and put that in. That's one. And that's complete that part. Oh. There we go. I think that looks really cool. Next part is 37, and I'll just get those parts ready to put the rear vent parts on and secure the front of the cage. So here we are prepped with part 37. We're going to put the two screws in first, and then double-sided tape and a bit of clear tape it gives you to do the other two parts. So there's the two bits of tape. So first things first is, let's fit these front end to the cage. Just drop them on and wind the screw in. Don't go too mad, this is a soft plastic again. There we go. Now this is the interesting part. You've got to peel off the... I'm going to peel the tape a little bit, but I'm not going to... I'm going to try and pick it out with tweezers, because I'm going to leave it sort of open and then try and pull out the outer side one. See? Sticks on there. Because I didn't want it to stick on the side too soon. Then line up the side bit as best as possible, push that together. And that's what you... I don't think I properly showed that, but I'll do it with the other one. So again, slightly lift the paper, peel off the big one. Push it into place. Then try and tease out the other bit of tape. Oh, this is playing me up. Got it. Line it up on the outer a bit and squeeze, so it ends up like that. And then it says just tape these together. Well, I've got a gap in between. That's a joke, isn't it? I don't quite get it, but I can't get it to fit how they say. But we'll do it. It's not great. Tempted to glue a bit of plastic behind there eventually, or something a bit thicker, but that's what it tells you to do. And I can't get the... See, I think I'm using the tape. Yeah, it's showing the thicker tape, not the finny stuff. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit manky. That hasn't gone nice, and I've got it in as tight as I can, both sides. Well, that completes stage 37. And now in 38 we're not doing, because we've got the decals. But I must have missed a part somewhere. We missed the hook. Let's put the hook in from 37. But I don't know where the hook is. I found it. It's in this bag. And this goes in the... How does that go in? It just does. It shows the hook just points to the back. So that's all we can do. It actually lines itself up. That's pretty cool. Next stage is just to put it onto the chassis. There you go, the body's all completed and on the chassis. Suspension it bottoms out, so might need a little bit more preload. It's more the rear, I think, could be. But like I said, I put on the big collars, so. But I hope you like it with the metallic blue. I'm going to take some nice pictures outside, and we'll see how it goes on a first run.